Hello Rackpack, Rackender here, bringing you another video of Legends of Runeterra. Today we are going to be starting off a sequence of videos in which I'm just going to go ahead and showcase a few decks that I haven't put together myself, but have taken a look at on various realms of the internet and tried to do a couple of things with them. I think the only one that I really messed with was Vladimir, so I took one that I liked, saw another that I liked, and kind of just swapped them around. But yeah, so we are going to, very similarly to a lot of my Yu-Gi-Oh content, we're just going to pick a deck, we're going to showcase some of the cards, talk about a little bit of the combos, how you would want to play it, the ideas behind it, and then we'll also jump into one or two matches, depending on how long they take. Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, these can be pretty long. The game is a much slower game. So we'll see how many duels we can get depending on how things go. So as you can see here, we have a couple of decks to showcase that I want to do over the course of a few videos. I'm also currently working on 2 or 3 more decks, so hopefully I can manage to get those before the beta or the alpha, beta, whatever you want to call it. Before that moment ends. It's supposed to, I'm recording this on Monday the 18th of November. It's supposed to end tomorrow as of recording this. I'm not sure if that means it'll be like available tomorrow the whole day and just end once it hits the 20th, you know, like midnight or something. I don't know how that works, so I'm just like really crunching. There'll probably be some stream videos as well in order to hopefully make up for that. But let's go ahead and jump into our first deck here. I want to preface this that most of these are just net decks. I'm not super familiar with deck building with mana-based card games. I've rarely played them for extensive periods, mostly kind of casually. I never really I can do draft stuff and like Magic, and I understand many of the mana-related concepts following the curve, but I am not a card game veteran when it comes to these types of games. Yu-Gi-Oh is my main competitive game, at least for now, because I do think I want to get into this. So anyway, today I want to go over one of my favorite decks. I haven't played every single one of these. I'm probably going to do that. A couple of these will be first times, but I have played the super aggro deck, and this is Hecarim and Zed. This is I don't want to play it quite yet. So super aggro. As you can see, this is something that I might make a video about because I think I want to update my deck building guide that I made a few years ago and update it for more general card games as well, not just Yu-Gi-Oh. But as you can see, all of our cards are like right here on the curve. And that is because we want to flood the board and win the game before we get to the end here. There's a couple of like end game cards. I think these are just Hecarim actually, because Hecarim's a 6-drop. But the rest of our cards are around this area of the game, and we're just basically trying our best to kill our opponent incredibly fast. That's why it's called super aggro. So let's go ahead. We'll take a look at some of the cards that we are using here. So this relies on a lot of ephemeral allies and the abilities of Zed and Hecarim. So let's see if I can go ahead, grab them up here real quick. I wish I could like focus on what my actual deck is instead of general cards, but here's Hecarim. So Hecarim, whenever he attacks, he summons 2 attacking spectral riders, which are these guys, 3/2. These guys are pretty insane and can quickly overwhelm your opponent, especially with his upgrade requirement, or especially with his level up. On his level up, all ephemeral allies will get 2. So Hecarim is one of your big ways to just like really rush down your opponent, and then the other will be Zed. So Zed, whenever he's attacking, he creates a living shadow with his stats with his stats. So if he's like 10/10, the living shadow will also be 10/10. So it's right here, living shadow. It is also ephemeral. We'll be taking advantage of that as well throughout this deck. And then whenever he levels up by striking your Nexus twice with either himself or a shadow. When he levels up, he also grants his shadow his keyword. So his quick attack that he has will also be granted to a shadow. And if you buff him up with something like lifesteal or sneak somehow, I don't know. I don't think we have any cards that do that. You'll also be giving them to your living shadow. So that's really good. And this is basically... Zed's going to be our early game, spawn a bunch of ephemeral allies to just rush down your opponent, and then Hecarim's basically, have you really not ended your opponent by now? We need to bring out the big guns and have our Predator Hecarim jungle come in and one-shot the AD carry. Played a couple little games of League last night, some horror stories of Hecarim jungle came forth. But anyway, that is the two champions that we'll be focusing on, and the rest of the cards... I think I can right click them. Yeah, so Mark of the Isles, grant an ally 3/3 and ephemeral. That will apply to Zed's shadows. So he'll get 3/3 and then Zed's shadow will get 3/3. Pretty nice little burst spell. And then we'll be using Shadow Fiend. Pretty much all of our allies, or all of our monsters will have the ephemeral attached to it. Sparring Student, when you summon an ally, give me 1/1 this round. This counts for Zed and Hecarim's spawning capability. So if you attack with Zed and you have a Sparring Student, the summoning of that shadow will apply to the Sparring Student. So this is going to be like some pretty big combo stuff. Black Spear under the Shadow Isle is really good removal. We are running ephemeral allies, so you're pretty much going to always have an ally die. And that's really powerful with this spell because 3 damage is kind of insane for only 2 mana. We do have Green Glaive Duo, summon an ally, give 1/1 this round, and of course this deck is literally all about summoning allies. She's also elusive, so she can't be blocked unless they also have elusive. And that you can kind of start to see where the power of the deck is becoming, or is there. So we have another one, Unleash Spirit, gives this will spawn 3 of these, and of course that will buff up all of our other units that get buffed upon summoning, and that will happen 3 times. It'll proc 3 times. You can start to see the power of the deck here. Shark Chariot is a very interesting card, actually. It's an ephemeral unit, 3/1, but when it attacks, or when an ephemeral ally attacks, you revive him attacking with them. And this is probably one of the most powerful cards in this deck in particular, because every time Zed or Hecarim attacks, you're pretty much guaranteed to bring this one out. And again, we do run a lot of ephemeral allies. Shadow Seeker just kind of keeps the ephemeral status going. This one buffs up our ephemeral allies now. We are going to run Deathmark. It's a little form of removal. Since we do have so many allies with ephemeral, we can use that to hopefully kill an enemy or make them a little weaker. This one, gets buffed for ephemeral ally. Like you can kind of notice the synergies. Start noticing the way the deck is supposed to be working. Onslaught of Shadows. This is Hecarim's spell. It'll spawn in the Spectral Rider. Dawn of Dusk. Summon 2 exact copies of an ally, but they're ephemeral. This is kind of to help out our late game. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I accidentally removed a Hecarim. That's not good. So this is to help buff up our late game a little bit. If we buff up our Zed or our Hecarim, we'll be able to create even more Hecarims and Zeds and just kind of super combo them together and all that stuff. So that's kind of the gist of the deck. This is a very, again, aggressive, super aggressive deck. We don't really want the deck or the games to go very long. So let's go ahead. We'll play a couple of normal games. We don't want the games to be very long. We don't want them to last, because a lot of the end game spells that our opponents will have do have ways of dealing with our swarm of board. So we're going to be focusing on killing everyone fast, killing everyone quick, and just beating down our opponent. We're going to replace the Hecarim because we definitely we don't want that. We need 6. So that's not too bad. Good, decent starting hand. We are first to go. Let's draw. I think we're gonna play the Sparring Student early. Does he have he does not have an attack. I'm going to attack this time. One of the things that I keep forgetting to do is attacking on my first turn. I've done that so many times. It's not a huge deal, especially since you can only get usually 1 damage in, but it's good damage. Ooh, there we go. We can start going crazy with the Shark Chariot now. He is ephemeral. The problem with ephemeral is that it does make defending pretty tough. Because you don't really want your... I think I'm just going to pass here. You don't really want your allies to be summoned on your opponent's turn, because for the most part, they're going to die. Ephemeral has that... the unit dies when it strikes or the round ends. So if I summoned him this turn, I wouldn't be able to... use him my following turn. I probably could summon this one because I could block. I could get a block in, and that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that's probably the best way to. Actually, yeah, that's a misplay on my part. I should have summoned this guy and used him to block, or at least forced him to like make a move. Because we can summon like one of these guys. We could have summoned one of these guys on the next turn, and then he would have got summoned during attacking phase. Still getting use out of him. This one's probably the most interesting of the ephemeral units because you can actually use him beyond his initial summoning round. Guess we'll just pass then. We get the 2 spell mana, which can be used to summon. Probably use one of these. Oh. So I'm probably going to summon the Chariot. Boost this guy up, and then I might just go for a big damage chunk. Oh, he's got more of these. I think we're going to blast the board. That'll buff this guy up, and then we're just gonna swarm him in. Like I said, crazy combo here. Let's see if he goes in on this guy. Actually gonna block it. So we only get 3 damage in. We could buff one of them up for a little quick burst of damage, but I don't think that's worth it. This does give us a free board clear. And some good damage. And of course, now that we have the shark in the graveyard, he'll be summoned. Okay, summons an elusive unit, 3 mana. Only 2 attack. I'm just gonna grab. I think I might just throw this one out. Let's see. He's playing Lux and Ezreal, so I do have to be a little careful. He will probably end up having a bunch of mana, or a bunch of spells, I should say. So there is a good chance that he'll have those spells. I want to summon this guy, or maybe this lady. Yeah, I might do this one. It'll force him to block. We'll see. Oh, Hecarim. We'll definitely be summoning him next turn. I'm gonna throw her out.
Or shadow.
Yeah, I think that's good. And then we will.
Strength and grace, beauty.
Ouch. Okay, so we're going to go in, and we're going to use this to buff up whoever he chooses to block. We might have to. He's going to block this one most likely. Ooh, that's kind of rough. I might not go with the sparring student. Actually, we'll go with this. And then I'm going to save. I'm just going to attack with these guys. I do not want to get rid of the sparring student, because with Hecarim, he'll be gaining a lot of power. How much damage is that going to do? We almost have game with this Mark of the Isles. But he's going to let this go through. Nice. Get another copy of that in our hand. Deal some sick damage. Alright. So next turn. Ooh, we got Zed now. Stand alone. If you have one ally, grant it 3/3. Oh, he's super buffing that. I need to throw her out so I can block this.
Shadows gather.
Nope.
I'm on it.
Refill 2 spell mana. Ooh. Is he gonna Mystic Shot?
Did you see that?
We're gonna hold on to Zed. I might put Zed down before my next turn.
Did that sound right?
Okay. Yep, you get blocked.
You know not what you do.
And then block you.
Accept your fate.
See if he's got anything. We can use this. Yep, there we go. There we go.
Listen.
We'll throw Zed down and on my end phase, I play Zed. And then next turn we throw out Hecarim. Whoo, there's another Hecarim. What does his level up do? Well, I wonder if that can buff our stuff. What does this do? Summon 2 Spectral Riders. Is that worth it? So I think do this, do this, do this. Is he surrendering? How do I there you go. Alright. We'll attack. Get the shadow, get Oh man, is that gonna buff up all of my ephemeral units too? Oh my god, that's insane! It gave up the buff.
This is a no-fly zone.
He can't win. Or he can't block. We just win. Oh man. GG. Well played. I love this deck. This deck is so much fun. You just get these insane, like, quick combos. Alright. Let's continue. I'm actually really surprised he didn't have any more, like, spells with him. Because the Lux Ezreal combo is supposed to be, like, spell-oriented. So that's kind of interesting that he didn't have any out. I was actually really worried about playing my Zed on that last turn. Because I figured he would use Mystic Shot to, like, kill it. Mystic Shot does 2 damage for like 2 mana, so he had 2 mana in his spells, so I was definitely a little worried. Let's see, we do have 1 Zed, we're going to replace one of them. I think I want to keep this, that's a pretty good spell, and probably keep that too. Oh, that's not too bad. We'll play this turn 2, and then our turn 3 Zed will be pretty massive. Our turn 3 Zed will be massive. Okay, what's he playing? Shadow Isles and Freljord. Ooh. That lady's elusive.
Come, the journey ahead is long.
So he's playing... Oh, is he playing the Anivia Tryndamere deck? Ooh. So it's literally... aggro versus sustain control. Yeah, the Anivia deck's kind of wild. You basically play super defensively. Is that going to be a Frostbite? Oh, just straight up Grasp of the Undying? Are you kidding me? That's wild.
Do not fear death.
Well, I got to get some damage in. Thankfully, he used it before I did my attack. If he used that after his attack, he would have survived with that full health. Well, I guess I would have had the... stuff.
You can see the Demastian border from here.
Okay. So I think here we're going to... I think we should play this guy, if I'm being honest.
We are ready, always.
And then we can end our turn. I'm just going to let him follow through with the attack.
For the homestead.
Well, I guess I could block. I'm trying to think what the Freljords have. Most of them are just Frostbite and like other stuff. If we let him get to like super high mana, we just lose. So I think I want to do this because I don't want him to have any opportunities to block, if at all possible. It does give him a draw, which might be really bad. But I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good play or not. Probably not. Ah, man, we got a lot of those. I'm gonna summon
Does death follow me or peace?
summon this and see what he does. Okay, he's gonna start. He's gonna play a spell. He has 8 mana. Deal 1 to all enemy units. Heal your Nexus 3. Ouch. Okay. So we have another one. I'm just gonna throw it out.
The journey ahead is long.
He only has 3 mana, so we might be able to just go like this. This will be a big damage chunk. Grant me 1/1 for each ephemeral ally. Oh, on attack. And that is game already? Oh, damn, we are so close. Damn, we're so close to that. And there's Hecarim. Oh boy. This is the exact like counter to this Anivia deck, but Anivia is now on the field. I don't know if I want to play. I think I'm gonna play Hecarim at the end of the turn. Yeah. But if she ends, then Hecarim's not there. That could be pretty bad. I'm just gonna end. If that's his only play, we win.
Snow, wind, and ice.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna attack with the Anivia here. And I'm going to... I might block, and then... Oh, no. We'll skip the block.
Cold, endless peace.
He can't block with Anivia, so this should be just GG. Anivia cannot be blocked. And then now we just play the Hecarim. Before he can like do anything to it. And now we get to just straight up attack and win the game. Yep. Attack before he can do anything. And that's GG, boys. I literally don't think there's anything he could do. It doesn't give him... In order to do something in the battle phase, you have to have a fast spell. And all of his board wipe spells should only be slow. But we'll see. He does have this. So that'll frostbite 2 people. But that should only be... Unless he has another one of those. Yeah, I don't think he... yeah, I'm okay with that. There we go. The Rushdown Master. Man. I mean, I guess, like I said, this is an really early game, quick focused deck. So we actually have enough time for multiple duels. We'll do one more. We'll throw one more in. I really like this deck. Really like this deck. This is probably one of my favorite decks. The cool little combos you can do with all of the early game monsters is just super nice. So let's see how this one goes. Last match. Are we going to go 3 for 3? Gotta stay tuned to find out. Shark Chariot opening hand. I like. I think we'll keep the Death Mark too. I kind of like this. I don't want to play this early, obviously, but the turn 2 Shark Chariot should be pretty nice. And we might draw something solid too. Oh. Yeah, we'll end our round. I might just turn to this lady. Let's see, what is he playing? Garen Zed Braum. Or Garen Lux Braum. Ooh. And Tryndamere. He's playing like a huge... He's played several different champions.
Does death follow me?
Gonna play this monster, see what he's got. Hopefully nothing too crazy. Last time he did have that early game. Ooh, that hurts. Yep. We're just gonna pass now. I might throw this guy out Oh, Hecarim 2? I might throw the Shark Chariot and the Shadow Fiend out this turn. Okay, so... Oh no, that's... We want to do that next turn. We want to do that next turn. Death Mark, though. Or do I throw this? He summoned a monster, so we're just going to throw this.
The Iron Order answers.
We're going to take the 5. We shall take the 5. I will be playing one of the Anivia decks in my in another video, so be sure to tune in for that. It'll be like the complete opposite mindset. Because this one, we're just like swarming and like going super aggro. But the Anivia deck is slow and steady and control-y. Okay, so... the thing is, he can like... Well, he can't kill the Zed. It might be useful to throw him out. I might do that. Yeah, let's do the Zed. Hopefully he doesn't have a spell. I guess that's a big problem. If he has like a Frostbite spell, and I throw Zed into the fray... yeah, that could be a problem. That's alright. I think we're going to throw him anyway.
Strength and grace.
Ooh,
Beauty in
that
the
hurts. That hurts real bad. I'm gonna do this.
Pity.
Okay, so we're gonna throw... Man, I really want to use Zed, but I think I'm just gonna hold on to him. See if he actually blocks with this. Or takes the damage.
Stand strong.
Oh, he's gonna sacrifice it. I'm okay with that. That's a trade and a half, man. I love that trade. That lady was a huge threat. And now we have like a board that can like keep up. And next turn we'll be able to... Well, I'm probably going to play the Shark Chariot this turn, just to make sure that his effects happen. And then I'll be able to block with him. Oh, never mind, I can't block with him. Lol. Gotta pay attention to my monsters. So this summons Spectral Riders, which are 3/2. We don't really... It might be beneficial for me to actually do this. I think I'm going to. Yeah, because we're going to have Hecarim next turn. So this will give me the opportunity to have some kind of blocking force. Because he definitely looks like he wants to go all in. So we'll just throw these guys to the field. Yep, there it is. And I'm just gonna trade. I want that trade. That's a trade I want all day. Give an ally 1/1 this round. I want these trades. These are favorable trades for me. Just gonna block with the ephemeral allies that I was gonna die this round. Do I want to? Then we'll do this. And that guy's gonna die, but he's gonna be able to summon next turn. And that's exactly what we want, because Hecarim is here, baby. And there's another onslaught of shadows. We don't have any kind of really super great spells in hand. Everything is on board. Alright, I think what we're going to do is just... Don't want to throw the Zed out, too. Yeah. There we go. This puts a lot of pressure on him, so I really like that. Okay, so he's going to do the Hecarim trade. Is he going to trade with my Zed? Because if Zed levels up, that'll be real sick. There's going to be a lot of damage, too. Oh, that's actual lethal. He has to block another unit. And we have plenty of stuff. I wonder if this will turn back into Hecarim.
They're coming! Hide!
Oh, he's actually gonna block that. Dude, Zed's gonna level up! Let's go, Zed!
Embrace the shadows.
Embrace the shadows. My Zed levels up. Oh, it does. It does turn back into a Hecarim. That's neat. I like that. So this guy is going to be 7-2. Let's see what he's got. Honestly, I could probably play this.
Hear that?
Deal 1 damage to
Gotcha.
anything. Ooh, that hurts. That's fine. Let's see. Deal 1 damage to enemy unit. I could just kill this guy. See, he has 4 mana. We have Hecarim next round, so I'm gonna actually play these units. Just create a force that I can block with. That's really all that I care. Alright. Heal anything 3. Well, I think we might death mark that then. It's gonna give him the death mark.
On my mark.
Swaps the ephemeral for the
This one's on
Yep.
the house.
Okay, so let's see. How do I want to play this? Okay, you block this because that's gonna kill him. He's gonna die anyway, so I might just take 7. Is that worth it? I think that is. No. I don't want to take too much, because if he has an out, then we don't want to be too low. Like, look at that. We already got 7 or 5. And we'll end the turn by summoning this person. And we'll have Hecarim next round. Actually, no. Now we do this. Yep, now we win. Unless he has like a... I mean, he might have a spell, but I'm pretty sure that's just GG. There we go! Let's go, let's go! The deck works! The deck's working! That's 3 for 3, baby. We even got to see the death mark. We finally got to see Zed level up. I like that, I like that. It's all in the cards. Heart of the cards. The shadows will consume you. Do not be afraid of the darkness. Straight to the Shadow Realm, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hecarim super aggro. Zed Hecarim super aggro deck. Paying off. I'm really excited about that. So, we have 2 more decks that I'm going to do start recording a video for. And I'm also going to be streaming some more of this as much as I can. You probably, by the time that this video goes live, you might not be able to tune into a stream. I'm probably going to post this live on Tuesday the 19th. If the beta is still accessible on that date, be sure to check it out. It'll be the same day that I'm posting this, so I guess come check me out later today if that's going to be the case. Otherwise, I'm going to be posting as much content for this game as I can. I'm going to be recording a bunch of decks, going to be recording some more drafts, and just kind of get as much content squeezed in as I can until the next rotation comes in. Fun game, really good. I'm having a lot of fun with it, so I hope you guys are too. With that being said, that's going to be it for this. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the card game content, and hit the bell notification icon so you can always be notified when new videos go live. Without further ado, thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Later.